I've received a bunch of boxes, as you can see here, and I'm going to try to catch up with some unboxing videos. So this box is from Capstone, so let's get started. The first one is Katie Wus Neighborhood, Best Neighborhood Ever by Fran, Manuschin, illustrated by Zarrin. And this actually is my middle child's, one of her favorite series, which she didn't figure out until she was in 5th grade. So it was like, it was pretty easy for her to read. But I think she identified with Katie Wu, and she and her friends would act out the stories. And it wasn't even a joke. It was just like they just really liked the book, and they knew it was meant for, it was easy for them, but they still really enjoyed it. And so we just have a real soft spot for this chapter book series. The next one is another chapter book, You Can Do It, Yasmin, by Saadia Faruqi, illustrated by Hatem Ali. I met her recently at a dinner, and she's just really lovely. And I think her illustrator is like immensely talented. The Inquisitor's Tale, he was the illustrator. I thought that was really amazing, those illustrations. And I just really like this series. There's not a lot of chapter books, early chapter books with Muslim characters. And it's not so much that she's, Muslim. It's just that she's just a really interesting, spunky girl going on little adventures. And so here she is playing soccer. So I'll add this to my soccer book series. And also Muslim. The next one is Mary and the Trail of Tears, the Girls Survive series. This is a Cherokee removal survival story by Andrea L. Rogers. And I don't know if this is own voices, because I know Katie Wu is not own voices, but the Yasmin series is definitely own voices. And this is a mystery series, I believe, right? Danger, adventure, survival. So maybe it's not mystery. Maybe it's just an adventure series. But I think it looks great. It's like historical fiction. There's not a lot of historical fiction that is in chapter books. Magic Treehouse, I guess, somewhat. Yeah, I guess that's historical fiction. So this, but they don't like. I don't think Magic Treehouse has, Trail of Tears or San Francisco earthquake survival story. I think like it's so these are definitely great topics that aren't covered, that are pieces of history that cover people of color. So I think it's really important, and I think the series is just very interesting. So I'm actually going to do a giant chapter book. This is my stack of chapter books. I'm going to read them and review them. So that's on my list. So hopefully I'll have that put up in a month. Another chapter book series, The Amazing Life of Azaleah Lane by Nikki Shannon Smith, illustrated by Lobo. Yeah, I mean, I feel like chapter books are having a moment, which is great. And this series is about being a middle child, which I can relate to as a middle child. So just another great chapter book series with characters of color. And another one, Farah Rocks, 5th grade, by Susan Muaddi Darraj. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Illustrated by Veeda, Mannaa. So I think this one is an own voices, and this one definitely is. And so I've read a lot. I've seen this a lot on Twitter, so I'm excited to read. And it actually looks a little bit like, middle grade. There is some illustration, so it's sort of like advanced chapter books or middle grade. It's kind of like right in between. Oh, great, the Taekwondo test. So I haven't seen very many books about Taekwondo, but then I just got another one from Erin Kim, who I love her. I met her at the Quelly conference, but she also did the poster for Multicultural Children's Book Day. So here we have 2 Taekwondo belt test books. One isn't out yet, but it'll be out soon. And here's another one that is, you know, just more of a chapter book, but more of an early chapter book. And so these 2 might be great as a pair. I'll add that because I'm always looking. I have a karate, a sort of martial art one. Another early chapter book, Soccer Dreams, by Sean Pryor, illustrated by Genevieve Coate. Yeah, so another like early chapter book, so maybe like 6 years old. So that's great. I love sports books, especially with girl characters, because it's just, you know, so important to keep girls in sports. Help Wanted Must Love Books, written by Janet Summer Johnson, art by Courtney Dawson. I also saw this around because I first I was like, is that like a I didn't realize it was a picture book. I thought, like, is that like an ad? And then I was like, oh wait, no, that's a picture book. So that looks fun. It's someone who wants to hire like kind of a parental figure, someone that will read all the books that she wants, I believe. So it looks super fun, and how wonderful, encouraging reading. And oh look, I just love end papers when they're like this. When it looks like it could be like the best wallpaper ever. Yeah, this is really fabulous. That just looks very appealing. Let's see, Capstone sent me their catalog for spring 2020. It's quite robust. And the last one. Oh yeah, I've been reading about this one. I've been wanting to read it. Because I also have I think I have a baseball list of female players. And so this is another one, Mamie on the Mound, a woman in baseball's Negro leagues. And so, you know what? I didn't know there was a Negroes League for women. So I wonder, is there one, or did she play on the Negro League with the men? Which is, either way, it's like pretty amazing. I believe it's probably with the men. Wow, so this is great. So she was just born in the wrong era, where they wouldn't allow her to play, even though she was freaking amazing because of her color. And so, yes, she does get a chance to face the men in baseball's Negro League. So I wonder if she has a female team. So that's what I'm going to be reading and wondering. And that's great. Another hidden figure. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Capstone for these books. And I love how this whole stack is characters of color. I appreciate that. All right, thank you so much.